Horoscopes by 1pkc.io, brought to you by Jeff Helkenberg.
Hello Pisces, this is your horoscope for the week of February 11th, 2019. Now currently Mercury and Neptune are in your house, and of course Neptune is your ruling planet. And as I've discussed many times, this is a transit that only occurs every 165 years or so. So the emphasis has been on really trying to take the maximum advantage of this time while Neptune is in your house. Now, one of the things that's just happened is Mercury has just entered into your house. And so Mercury influences your ability to communicate with other people and also with yourself. It's really important to understand that communication is so important. But one of the things that we do is we oftentimes will consider the consequences of our actions. So while we're doing that, we have an internal voice that we kind of dialogue with that's there, and some people call that a conscience, and some people call that, it's just an internal voice. It's an internal dialogue. Well, while you are being influenced by Mercury, that internal dialogue is going to be probably very perceptive, and it's going to be able to communicate to you. And it's weird to kind of separate those two things, right? It's like I'm almost turning you into a schizophrenic who's hearing voices. It doesn't really work like that. It's kind of akin to when you're sitting around and trying to think through a problem. Sometimes the solution just pops into your head. There's a hidden process there that's actually working through a lot of information, and it does it in a way that your conscious mind isn't necessarily aware of. And so there's a lot of stuff that's working in the background, especially if there are difficult challenges that involve hidden information. Your brain is working through that while you're not aware of what's going on, and then you're presented with the information. Well, right now, that's going to be something that you're at the very height of your game, so it's going to be very positive for you to work through these kinds of questions, and you're going to be able to communicate that to others effectively as well. So this week, one of the things that you should do is pause to consider where you're going in life, what you're doing. The sun will be entering your sign soon, and so Mercury, Neptune, and the sun will all be there. So kind of think through if there are big choices that you want to make or big decisions that are coming up in your life that you need to make or want to make. Work through those things, think them through, and chances are you're going to arrive at very accurate conclusions, and if you need to communicate those to other people, you're going to be able to do so without so much as a speed bump in the road. I mean, you're going to be very effective at communication. So if you're in that context this week, really use that to the fullest advantage possible. Now, for those of you who know your birth chart positions, here is a rundown of the other planets and our star. Jupiter is in Sagittarius, and as you know, Neptune and Mercury are in your house of Pisces. Saturn, Pluto, and Venus are in Capricorn. Uranus and Mars are in Aries. The Sun is in Aquarius. And the Moon will start the week in Aries, move through Taurus and Gemini, and will end in Cancer. So again, the message this week: if you have difficult problems that require a lot of mental processing, this is an excellent time for you to be successful in that, in anything that's related to that, as well as communicating with others. So you're going to have a great week in terms of those issues.
Thank you for listening, and visit 1pkc.io for more great content.